I hope you've enjoyed part one of the farmhouse ceiling. So here is part two. If you have any questions, don't forget to ask. I'm always there to answer your questions. So I'm getting ready to start putting at least some of the boards up on the ceiling, so I can kind of get an idea if I have to do any modifications. So before I put it up, what I want to do is, some people can use No More Nails, but this is the same thing. And No More Nails is kind of like an expensive name for construction adhesive. So I got LePage, and it is the 3 times stronger one. So this should good. So I'm going to put a thick bead on the back of the board. That way it will kind of stick to some of the stucco to help me out there, just to kind of in between the studs, hopefully keep it flat as can be, right? Hopefully it doesn't make a difference, but I mean, everybody else I talked to said you want to put some on the back just as extra protection or extra help, right? So what I'm going to do is put in my caulking gun. First, you want to cut this, and then usually you'll notice there's a little poker here. A lot of times you have to poke a hole inside. Some of these screw on and some of them don't, but it looks like this one doesn't, so that's good. So I want to open a good size hole, because I want to put a nice thick bead there, because the stucco is all uneven, right? It's not all the same level, so I want to put a nice thick bead on there. So nice big opening, and then go through, and yeah, there is a seal on it, so you want to use this and kind of poke through it. Try to poke through it a bunch of times there instead of just once. Kind of take a rag here and wipe it off so it doesn't get on things. I know we're taking up the carpet. I still don't want it on the carpet, because then if I step on it on accident, then I drag it through the rest of the house. And then now you put it in there, and then you start slowly there, and then you can see it starting to come through. Okay, so now I'm going to put a nice kind of squiggly bead on there. And as soon as you start going, I don't care if it kind of squeezes out between, because the next board's just going up anyways. Got the first board up, so the next board is going to be 32 inches shorter. So it will measure it 2 beams or 2 joists more. So from here, we'll go to this one right here, and then we'll cut that one, and then the next one is another 32 inches. That'll cut here, and then that's all the staggered right? And then you can just run full boards the rest of the ceiling on those 3 rows until you get to the end. So I'm gonna put one up and take a mark and then cut it. Okay, and then the next one is going to go up to here. And that'll get me my staggered now. And then I'll do a second row up this way. I wouldn't say second row. I'll do a second set of boards, full boards this way. That will allow me to continue down here for a little bit. As you know, I didn't do the string lines for it all yet because the area I'm staining is in the way. So this at least allow me to do this. Then I can kind of do some other stuff and move things around to finish the string lines. So this is kind of like, I guess you would call it day 2 of installing. I did 2 full panels, so 2 full sheets along the first row, which is 16 feet. And then, like I was saying before, I went 32 inches left. So I was able to do all of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I started a 6th row, as you can see there. And I had to stop until I got that end of the room string lined off, and also I had all the boards I was staining over there. So now I'm going to string line the rest of that, and then once I string line the rest of that, I'm going to continue to the end. That way I can just put a bunch of straight boards on. I got about 20 boards stained there. So once I get them all string lined, I will throw another bunch of boards on to stain, and then while they're drying I can start putting the full boards up. Now I'll leave the end pieces that are cut, that I'll need to cut till the end. I just want to get over as far as I can, that way I can start moving this way. I am done for the day. I'm going to kind of give you a kind of update. So got a few more rows down here, and I got all the way down there. So I'll put probably about 15 boards. I'm trying to think, yeah, let's say about 15 more boards there. Had to cut for pot lights here, and that's it so far. Let me give you an update here. As I've been doing more boards here, I've gotten to the vent opening, and I got it for the 2 pot lights. And sorry, I'm moving too quick here. And around the fireplace here, and I got just a tiny little piece that has to go there, unfortunately. But now I'm at my lights here, and I thought they'd be easier to take down than they are. I don't want to cut the wire and then splice it again. So Kahlua came up with an idea. We'll spray it on the ceiling. I have a black here. It's a matte black because we didn't want it all shiny. But the idea was take a box and just cut a circle out of it that's a little bit bigger than the light itself. That way, as you can see, I don't care about the ceiling really because it's getting covered anyways. But that way, I'll be able to just spray them right from where they are. So as you can see, this one I just finished, but it's a good little tip if you want to color your light where it's at. Obviously, if you're not redoing your ceiling, it'd be best to probably tape your ceiling. So see, I have a little bit overspray there, but I didn't get any on the wood, so that's good because I kind of pushed the box up to that side. But I have to get at least that one painted so I can continue with this next board that's here, because that's going to be in that way. So, but I'm going to paint all three of them, that way they're done. And as you can see, that one there is a little different. That up there, I'm going to lower it to where the wood ceiling is. That way these snap in, because if I didn't, they wouldn't reach those little casings to snap in. So I have to lower them, but they're nice and easy to lower as it just have a screw holding it in place. So that's my update so far. As I was kind of stuck here with these lights in the way from continuing, but now I'll paint these, and once they dry, I can move forward. I'm going to give you an update at the end of the day here. Made pretty good progress. I thought I'd get more boards on the ceiling today, but I had to cut around a bunch of things. As you can see, I cut around that light, so that one's in now, and I painted it the black like I showed you. And here, turned out nice. I bought one of these registers that wasn't stained. It was just wood. Now, they don't make ceiling registers for out of the wood that I was able to find, so I got this one, and then I just pre-drilled the hole for the screws anyways. As you can see, it blends in nice. I'll show you down here. This register blends in nice now. I know that's bright. Let's see if I'll turn it off. Hopefully it's not too dark. There. Wait. These were white, and I just took them apart and spray painted them black to match the other lights over the fireplace. As you can see, turned out nice. Time to do an update. And I'm getting to near the home stretch. As you can see, I got everything down there, this light on. I don't have the proper light bulbs in there. I ordered more. And from here to here is about 4 more rows. And then go here. These ones have the proper light bulbs. And I just got past, oh, sorry about that. This light, like literally not even an inch past that light. So I'll have, I believe, about 22 more boards, 23 more boards left, and it's done. Turned out better than I thought it would. And you know, it's supposed to be imperfect, right? You have to have the imperfections. So like the different thicknesses of boards here. You know, I tried to minimize the gaps, but sometimes you just can't, right? But for the most part, you can't see any white in between any of the gaps. You know, like if you really stare under there, maybe able to see a little bit, but for the most part, it's turning out really good. So I should be able to finish up the video on the next round. I want to give you an update on how I got this last piece to work. You see how close it is here? I got a couple boards up. So as you can see, okay, I got 2 rows left here. So what I did is I had somebody else hold a board from here, and then I took a small little piece. I did a tape, so because I'm sliding it along the wall there, I don't want to scratch it. And then, so what I would do is I'll show you here. It's where the tape end is here. And then I would slide this along, and then I'd mark the board here all along until I got the whole board. So for example, and then I numbered them. As you can see, this one's number 3, as I got 2 up already. And you can see the line. So that's how you do that, because what I noticed here is at this end, I only had maybe about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch I had to cut off. And here's the end of the first board here, a little wider. And from here to here, now I'm about, as you can see how wide I am there, but how wide I am at the beginning of the first board and at the end of the second board. See the difference, almost double the width. I wanted to give you that little tip of how to cut that piece, or that along that wall there, to get as little gaps as possible. As you can see, I don't know how good you can see that, but it turned out really well. Like very, very small gap. And I'll just do a small little bead of silicone, white silicone, to match the wall. All right, so almost done. A few boards left, and then I'll finish up the video. And here's the finished product. For using the cheap SDS boards, it turned out better than I expected. You do see sometimes a couple little mini gaps, but only if you're standing directly underneath it, looking up, can you see. So all the lights are installed here. Those are the pot lights I spray painted black. They're bright. And I'll show you these ones too. As I showed you those, I sprayed and painted those black. And another new light there. So on to the flooring. So if you have any questions, leave in the comment section below. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hit that bell to be notified when I post another video. And we'll talk to you later.